We definitely gonna need that.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. Definitely gonna need them for sure as the class go on. Alright. All right. What we looking like? Any questions? Go ahead.
Looks like it's a maybe full breakdown, right? In terms of maybe I'm going to cover that eating all meat or all food is not lawful. Like what the Christians use 1 Timothy 4 and 4 to try and justify that you can eat anything. But that is not.
Okay. Try and pull the scripture first, and then you let me know what it is that they say, and after we'll break it down, you know, we correct it. All right, but you'll pull the scripture first, and let me know what it is that they say. You know what I mean? What is their argument about it, and then you of course correct it afterwards. All right. Sakan, you might have to put your phone on mute. In the meantime. All right, so what? All right, tonight we're gonna go over. We definitely gonna go into the 12 tribes and break down a little bit, especially on Asher. All right. If you all have because I know we did it before. I'm not sure if you all heard the whole thing. I know I did it with Galawan a few times, but we're gonna go over in terms of Asher, of course, because of what's going on in Venezuela. Now, if it is that there is a particular tribe you still a little bit cloudy on, just let me know so we could go over that tribe. But we're definitely gonna go over Asher tonight. The whole Venezuela crisis. All right, the whole Venezuela crisis, and you know how we should view the whole thing. You get me? Like how we should look at it. That's what we definitely gonna go over tonight. All right. All right. So what we starting with first,
First Timothy chapter 4 and starting from verse 3.
1 Timothy 2 and 3.
4. So like it's 1 Timothy chapter 4.
1 Timothy 4.
Yeah, verse 3 to 4, sir.
All right. Let me catch up with you, all right? When you get started, all right?
Yeah, go ahead. 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 3. Forbidden to marry and commanded to abstain from meats, but are created to be received with thanksgiving of them that believe and know the truth. For every creature of God is good, and nothing to be refused if it be received with thanksgiving.
All right. Okay. And what are you saying that they say?
So like I said, they say all meats, including pork, rabbit, iguana, any type of rat, lizard, that type of meat, they say is to be received with thanksgiving. So in other words, they can pray over it and they can eat it and it'll be clean, it'll be acceptable.
I got you. I understand. All right. Give me start at verse 1.
First Timothy chapter 4 verse 1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils.
All right, stop right there. Read that one more time.
God. First Timothy chapter 4 verse 1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits.
All right.
Of devils.
All right. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly. What does it mean when he said expressly? Or speak it as expressly?
Like I said.
Go ahead.
Or like the vibe or the place. but show in a very plain, a very blunt way.
How is that spirit in your Bible spelled?
Spirit is S-P-R.
Just regular S or uppercase or capital S?
Capital S, that's the uppercase.
All right, so then that spirit cannot be the vibe of the place, because the vibe of the place is a what? What kind of vibe is that?
A devilish spirit.
That's true, something else. If this spirit is spelled with a capital S,
Okay.
what kind of vibe is it in? Okay, right now in Trinidad, we're in February, right?
Okay.
What is the vibe in Trinidad right now?
So I guess leading up to Carnival, so it's more like
It's Carnival. It's jump and wine, tiny, whiny a bum bum. That's what's going on all day, every day. Nakedness and glitter. Nakedness, glitter, and Fernandez rum. That's what's going on from now until Ash Wednesday, right? Is that the normal vibe in Trinidad from now till Ash Wednesday? Okay, so what other word could you use for it?
Like I said, the trend.
The trend is something else. I'm gonna give you it just for time's sake, all right? It's a common vibe, common, meaning everybody has that vibe. So this spirit cannot be that vibe. This spirit, they spell it with that capital S. It's signifying something else. Just like lowercase or a common G for God versus uppercase or a capital G for the Most High. You get me? This spirit that speaketh expressly, this is the Lord talking. And he is not he's not confused about what he's saying. He is not he's not speaking partially or speaking in code or something to be interpreted. He's speaking expressly. He's expressing this. What is he expressing? That in the last days, there's going to be a very seductive spirit that's going around in the earth. A very seducing spirit that's common, meaning everybody is going to accept this spirit that's going on in the earth in the last days. Read it again.
God. 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 1. Now the spirit speaketh expressly, expressly, that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils.
Right? In the latter days, some will leave the truth. Some will depart from the faith. Right? Giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. Giving heed meaning what?
So I guess
Go ahead.
listening to, accepting, considering.
That's right. Giving an ear. Listening to. Give heed, meaning allowing it. Right? Because before they departed from the faith, they was not into that seducing spirit. What is that seducing spirit? Come on.
Christianity, sir. Everything about it, sir.
No sweat. So while for being in class tonight, Tazo, I realized everybody else didn't show up tonight. Water, brother. Give Tazo a goddamn hand. All right. Everybody else who did not show up for class, give Tazo a hand since he showed up tonight. The water, brother. The water. I appreciate that, brother. You make all the gas and the rushing through traffic and yellow lights to get here to run this class, Tazo. What you made it worth it tonight, brother. The water to you, man. I appreciate that. You understand? The water. So that's the seducing spirit is what? Christianity. What are some of the doctrines of Christianity? Come on.
Having one wife, sir.
Having one wife. What else? Tazo, I didn't mean for you to shut up in a while. This is one time, Tazo, I did not mean for you to stay quiet. I know you're used to me telling you, Tazo, all right, hold it up. But tonight, since you in class, brother, you know, run with it. Since you just have 11 souls there just sitting. Just come to teach you alone. Since you have 8 bodyguards with you, right? You're protected. Right? Give me some more seducing spirits.
Yes, I can say.
Come on.
Yeah, God love everybody.
God loves everybody. Shakan?
One is Christ coming to the world with an immaculate conception.
Oh boy, good one, brother. Give Shakan a hand. Shakan, all right. One of the is that God had sex with Mary, which makes the birth of Christ clean. That's what immaculate conception means. Conception comes from conceive, which means to breed a woman. You put your seed in her, it fertilizes her egg, she conceives. But Christ's conception was immaculate, meaning clean, was not tainted, wasn't dirty. So if Christ's conception was immaculate, what does that make your and my conception? Huh?
Like I said.
Go ahead.
Makes it unclean, dirty.
It makes it dirty, filthy. Because a Christian believes sex with a woman is something disgusting. I don't know what woman he having sex with. Yeah. I feel the total opposite of what they say. Absolute opposite. Listen, I'm so opposite. I'm sure they're not having sex with women. That's why it's so that's why I'm sure they are not tearing up no tail. No, a woman's tail anyway. Right? Give me some more seducing spirits.
Go ahead. It's promoting homosexuality in Christian church.
Right on point. Promoting the homosexuality in Christian church. What else?
So like I said,
Go ahead.
Christ died, so they don't have to do nothing.
Christ died and did away with the law, so they don't have to obey no laws, which is the direction we're going in with this question here, right?
Yeah.
Let me get something. Give me something else. Something pertinent. Something real. Go ahead.
You can be saved by water baptism, sir.
You can be saved by water baptism. Dip in water, you're gonna be good and clean and holy, and nothing ain't gonna be, you ain't gonna miss nothing. You ain't gonna go back to what you was doing because this water that made you clean, which is nonsense. Water does one thing, which is make you wet. And that's about it. All right. I'm gonna give you another one that's very pervasive. That's not just in the Christian church, and it's the proof that Christianity is the doctrine of the air. It's everywhere. It's ubiquitous, right? Hatred of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's a doctrine of the devil. That's a seducing spirit. You know why? Because it feels so good to hate a nigger. It feels good to hate a spick and a wet back and a red skin. It feels so good to do it, which is why your opposition leader, that thing from the east, from East India, got up and said she is backing the other one, Guaido over Maduro. You get the point? Your opposition leader is who? Kamala Prasad Bissessa, right? Okay. He's an East Indian. The leader of Trinidad and Tobago right now, the Prime Minister, is Keith Rowley. He is a Israelite. All right? She got up and said she along with the people of Venezuela and the people of the free world, that's code for what? What did she say when she said along with the people of the free world? What are you talking about?
Like I said, they recognize when in the public eye, the civilized people.
It's very specific.
Okay. So like I said,
go ahead.
The clean people, the white man.
Very specific.
So like I said,
go ahead.
People who are not slaves.
Shakan?
The people who have like when people have like this free will, like they don't care of they don't care about sinning in.
You're right, but okay, when she says, okay, this is the statement she said, right? She said, I, as the leader of the opposition, along with the people of Venezuela, along with the people of the free world, recognize Guaido as the leader of Venezuela and not Maduro. who is the, we know who Venezuela is, we know who the opposition is. Who is the people of the free world? Who are the hand back up there? Go ahead, who's there in the back? Go ahead, Shah, boy. Come on with it, man. Shah, you nearly make me lose my whole round with that damn kingfisher. don't worry about it. I could have sworn they had scales too. Hell. Go ahead. Homosexual. They're in it too, but I'm gonna be specific. I'm gonna get to it with you, all right? America. America is the land of the free. America is the free world. What does America bring to the Middle East? Democracy and freedom. Right? So when she says, along with the people of the free world, she's letting you know, I agree with Donald Trump. Because Trump is the one who put Guaido in office. Our election. You understand? So now, in essence, what is she saying is, damn you spits down there, and you niggas who supporting this Maduro, I'm with the white man. Which is a seducing spirit. It's easy to just side with Esau because he's Esau. You understand? It's easy to side with him because he is Esau. You understand? I see we probably have a Venezuelan in here. I don't know. He said F Maduro, Guaido is the true president. Which election? Which election? God damn. I don't know what you're in a cartoon world of Guaido is the true president. Just let me say it now. The Israelite school at UPK, we ain't in favor of Guaido or Maduro. We don't care. This to us is a possibility of the beginning of World War III. If Maduro needs to be in charge to start it, well, go Maduro, go! Run with all your might, run! But to say I'm supporting Maduro or Guaido for political, their policies and how good they are, I don't give a damn. But it looks to me like them niggas getting ready to spark. Brother, and I want to see the missiles fly. How the American anthem go? When the rockets did fly. That's what I want to see, brother. Yeah, this is the beginning of the standoff. You get me? That's the only investment we have in here, the only interest we have. That this could be the beginning of the end. Right? You talking about F Maduro, Trump 2020 guy as the president? Listen, I'm saying F y'all, April 20th, Christ is the king. April 20th is your last breath. 2020, you are high hopes. You giving yourself a whole other year. Nigga, I gave you 3 months. I'm like a doctor. You got 3 months to live. All right? Hey, yo, let's get back on it. So, no, all those are seducing spirits, right? Those are seducing spirits. The thing with Gary Griffith, the chief of police in Trinidad, 1 shot, 1 kill, right? 1 shot, 1 kill. Everybody knows that was directly positioned to who? Which demographic of people? Come on. Israelites, right? Young black men in Trinidad. That's who that was positioned to directly. Was there any national pushback for that? Did anybody say, nah, you can't do that? Anybody take the chief of police to court? Did the prime minister come out and say he can't say that? Did anybody really come out? No, a few people did say something. But was it a unanimous thing? Was it a, nah, we against this? Nah. And I know the popular argument is only black men committing the crime. Let me correct it. Only black men committing the petty crimes, the face-to-face crimes. The motivation and driving force behind those young black men doing that are the Syrians, the East Indians, the white man, and the Chinese. But those bringing in all the crack, all the cocaine, all the heroin, all the AK-47s. So now we're talking about one shot, one kill. In righteousness, it should be directing from the top down. The fish rottens from the head, right, Sharp? Rotten at the belly first. The fish doesn't start rotting at the tail. The fish rots at the head. So you can't now come and say one shot, one kill, and you shooting at the tail only. You get the point? But that is a secret. Everybody likes to see young black men laid out in the street, whether they're criminal or not. But when it's time to kick in them doors in West Moorings, they put them in cuffs and give them, you know, the due process. And last year, they had some East Indian woman that scammed a set of people some money. Millions of dollars. She scammed people. They arrested her. And one weekend, she just walked out of jail and nobody know where she gone. You remember that? Yeah, ain't no one shot, one kill for her though. She steal millions of dollars and walk the hell out the goddamn jailer. Ain't nobody coming there with a gun and a ski mask saying stick him up and give me the key. She walk out of jail. Like, would Krishna have powers? Krishna open the gate for her? Any point? But it's a seducing spirit to hate black men, Hispanic men, and Native Indian men. You get me? So those are seducing spirits. Who are the Hannah?
That's also, so like I said, information, right? That's the same way. Them same people that they let off, the same people who question us, including Junior Sammy, that can tip people in restaurant $10,000, right? But have they working 24-hour shifts, 7 days a week, you understand? For next to nothing, and you have all the contracts on the road in China.
No problem. No, he'll have all the contracts for the roads in the kingdom of heaven too.
My hand,
Let practice now. He'll have all the contracts for the road in the kingdom of heaven, and I want them built by hand. By hand. You ain't got no trucks. Nothing. You're gonna go and dig that asphalt out yourself, and you're gonna lay it with your hand. You're gonna teach your children as soon as they could walk. They're going to do the same. No problem. Get practice now. Listen, the time is coming when we're going to have them in bondage. Don't worry about it. Well, we are in our own house and fish brothers and sisters in this truth. And brother, overnight, you're going to be telling Sammy, all right, Sammy, that your 45 seconds the rest is over. Get back to work. All right? So good. Those are the seducing spirits, doctrines of devils, Christianity, your Islam, all your religions are doctrines of devils, right? Meaning deceivers. And really, the devil is the white man. He pushes every single doctrine. That's against the Lord. He pushes Christianity. He's pushing Islam. He's pushing Rastafarianism. He's pushing Egyptology, Scientology. I'm not saying he is the originator of those religions, but he is for sure perpetuating it throughout the earth. That's everybody understand that, right? All right, keep going. Verse 2.
First Timothy chapter 4 verse 2. Speaking lies in hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron.
Right? Speaking lies in hypocrisy. Why? Because they know better than what they teach. They know that everything that's coming out of these religions is false. They know it. You all saw the tape, right? Where Martin Luther King said the dream is a nightmare. Right? Let me just play it just for anybody who may not have seen it. Bear with me one. Hold on. Right? Read the scripture one more time for me, brother, please.
God. First Timothy chapter 1 verse 2. Speaking lies in hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron.
Right? Speaking lies in hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron. Brother, and if this scripture isn't for Martin Luther King, brother, well, I don't know what else is. Hold up. Don't tell me they're trying to hide it from me. For years, the generals have said this. For years, brother. Yeah, this is not, how many years you've heard them saying Martin Luther King dream is a nightmare? You understand? How many years have they said it? Several. Martin Luther King's dream is a nightmare. All right? Yeah. Hold up.
I must confess that that dream that I had that day has many points turned into a nightmare.
Oh boy.
Now, I'm not one.
Oh boy.
I must confess that that dream that I had that day has a minute once turned into a nightmare. Now, I'm not one to lose hope. I keep on hoping. I still have faith in the future.
Faith in what, nigga? Faith in what? What is he hoping for? You understand? What is he hoping for? What is there to hope for? That dream you had that day has turned into a nightmare. You are not one to lose hope. The fact that it turned into a nightmare, it means you should lose hope in that dream if you love black people. But you're in love with the white man. You're in love with his world and his philosophy. That's why the scripture says what? Read it again.
God, 1 Timothy chapter 1 verse 2. Speaking lies and hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron.
Right? Speaking lies and hypocrisy. The conscience seared with a hot iron because of doctrines of seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. Right? They hand it over to that. So these are the type of people who would be bringing certain things to you. So now understanding that, read verse 3. Now, we already went through there's certain a certain spirit that everybody has, which is what? To love everybody. God loves everybody. Immaculate conception. Christ died for all. Homosexuality. I'm gonna give you another one. The white woman is God. All right? Anything with blonde hair and blue eyes and breasts, brother, it's a wrap. You get me? And that's what Martin Luther King, he fell to. That's what he bowed to. You get me? So the people who follow after those common things or common ideologies or common philosophies, this is what they would tell you. Read verse 3.
1 Timothy chapter 1 verse 3. Forbidding to marry. And commanding to abstain from meats. Which God had created to be received with thanksgiving of them which believe and know the truth.
All right. They will come to you and do what? Say, forbidding to marry. Right? What is forbidding to marry?
So I guess, sir. Never seen it right, sir. Like how they say the Roman Catholic priest cannot marry. He have to devote his life to the Most High.
All right, that's one. That's one. What else?
You can only have one wife.
You can only have one wife. You're forbidding to marry. You understand? You can only have one wife. You're forbidding to marry. All right? I'm going to give you another one. Hispanics and Native Indians are not Israelites. So, of course, if you're an Israelite, you can only have a husband or wife. That's what?
Okay, sir.
Go ahead.
Black.
So-called, they don't say black, they say melanated. Right? They'll have you marry, you know, goddamn, you know, T'Challa first. You understand? They'll have you marry the Black Panther quick. All that is forbidding. Now, all that is within the doctrines of devil seducing spirits. You understand? Seducing it. That's why the Muslims talk a certain way. Listen, brother, his story is his story, brother. And television is television, brother. Stay woke. It's a very seducing thing. And the truth is not seduction. You get me? Go ahead.
Okay, sir. When sex is not marriage, fall under that same thing as forbidden to marry, sir?
Say that again?
When them saying that sex is not marriage, would that fall under the same thing and that forbidden to marry, sir? Like how they have a ring in marriage.
That's doctrines of devils.
Oh, God.
Yes, and that's doctrines of devils. All right, forbidding to marry and commanding to abstain from meats. What does that mean?
Like yes, sir. Veganism, so killing the poor animals, slaughtering the animals, and all kind of it.
Right? Veganism is the best way to put it. Now listen, if you want to stop eating meat, some people stop eating meat for health reasons. You're trying to lose weight, you know, the cholesterol high or whatever, and they decide to take a stop from meat. You can do that. That's not a sin. The minute you tell me I'm wrong for this beef brisket that I have, I'm wrong for these, you know, for these lamb chops that I'm eating, you understand, or these beef ribs that I've got. The minute you try to come and make me feel guilty for eating it, now you sinning. Because now you taking your own thoughts and trying to pass it as law. You get me? Now that is the doctrine of devils. That's, you know, you don't depart from the faith. And who does that? Who says you can't eat meat? Go ahead. Rastafarianism. Rastafarians say they can't eat meat. They think it comes from the Bible. I'm going to tell you where it comes from. It comes from Krishna. It comes from the Hindus who have an aversion to killing any animal because there's gods in the cow. You get me? That's where it really comes from. Rastafarians think it comes from the Bible. It does not come from the Bible. Our holy days demand something that. You get me? Right? Give me something else. Seventh-day Adventists. You're only eating fish, no meat. You can only eat abstaining from what? From meat. Right? They think you can't eat chicken or beef. You can only eat fish. Right? It's ridiculous. Right? Which is ridiculous. That's not in the Bible again. You understand? I mean, a ton of other religions, a ton of other, you know, philosophies abstaining from meat. Hell, and just in how Israelite talk, shit, that is forbidden to marry. You telling me I can't get no meat? What the hell is wrong with you? You know what I mean? Best meat of all. So now, Tazo, your question is what?
Okay, sir. Not from any side, whether in the Old Testament they try to pull something like that against us, or misuse it from any angle, show how eating any meat eating any meat is not lawful. Only these things specified in Leviticus 11 and 14 is to be received at Thanksgiving. That is what the Most High created to be received at Thanksgiving in those streets.
Okay. Okay, and you're talking about in a battle with some Christian, right? Some fool?
How I be sure and have a sword sharp on every side of whichever way they do.
Okay. You're thinking about the battle wrong. All right? You say to have it sharp no matter where they turn. How they turning? How we in a fight and I'm gonna let you turn? No, nigga, you're gonna stay right there and you're gonna take everything I give you.
Right.
You're gonna take whatever I throw at you, you're gonna stay right there. You're not turning, you ain't maneuvering no way. You don't see how boxers, how do boxers fight? Do they let the person maneuver them, or they step and try to put them in the corner and rain every bit of fire and brimstone down in that face? Don't be sharpening your sword thinking if you come here, I'll turn. And if you come here, I'll turn. Nigga, you're not turning. You're not turning, you're not moving. You're gonna stay right there and we're gonna deal with this. All right? So now you saying right here, what do they say about the scripture that you think you're getting into the argument with?
Like I said, they say that all meats, they say every so in verse 4, they say, for every creature of God is good, and nothing be refused if it be received at Thanksgiving. So if they pray over any meat, they can eat it.
All right, well then ask the Christian if they have children. And they're gonna say, let's say they say yes. If they say no, ask them if they have cousins or you know, little nieces and nephews. And they'll say yes. Everybody has some kind of young relative. And say, well, listen, if I kill that child and I pray over it, could I eat the child? And they'll say, no, you can't do that. You crazy? But what does verse 4 say?
Like I said, it says, for every creature of God is good.
Right? Isn't that child of yours good? Isn't he a creature of God? Yes, he's good. Yes, he's a creature of God, but keep reading.
Right. Like, and nothing to be refused if it be received with thanksgiving.
But listen, you can't refuse me if I want to eat your daughter. If I want to be Jeffrey Dahmer and cut your son up and season him and jerk your son. What your son name is? Curd? Give me some jerk curd and some curry. Right? And I'm gonna pray over it. I'm gonna bring the Bible, the Quran, and the Gita, and light all the candles in the world and pray over this meat because it can't be refused, right? And that's what you said? No, but you can't eat people. Why you can't eat people? Why? Why you can't eat people, huh?
Like I said.
Uh-huh.
But that's not the use for a person, not to eat.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean that's not the use? It says it can't be refused. Go ahead, Maka. Why you can't eat people?
So like I said, I just using the same scripture just below, verse 5, if I miss it. For it is sanctified, which means separated, which means you have to go back to the law.
You have to go back to what?
In other words, you need to go back to the law of Moses.
That's right. No, okay, I'm teaching you how to fight the Christian. The Christian think they're going to move out the box. There's no box to move out of. There's no way to go. It's just the box. Okay. You're using verse 4 to box them in. Is your son a creature? Yes. Is he a creature of God? Yes, then I can eat him. Bring him here. Bring him here. I can eat him, bring him here. You ever see that movie District 9? When them Africans wanted to eat the alien? I'd say, I will eat that eye. Bring him here. Right? That's the box the Christian is in, because the Christian is trying to tell you all creatures are good, meaning he can eat what? Pork and shrimp, right? Well, if this scripture means you can eat pork, then I could jerk your daughter. Then I could barbecue your son. That newborn baby you have in the house, I could come take that baby and, make sauce with that baby foot.
Like yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Curry stew.
Say again?
Curry stew.
I make curry stew. I make all kind of things with your daughter. I'll give you some too. Hell, I ain't greedy. I'll give you some. But no, you can't eat people. Why can't you eat people?
Like yes, sir. Because it is a law for us to eat people. Sir.
Which law?
The law of the Most High. So
where is that? Where is that law? I don't see that law. Where is that law?
Right in the same Bible, sir.
The same Bible that says thou shalt not eat pork? Oh, you see why you can't let them move up? You can't let them move, brother. You gotta stay right there. You gotta stay right there. Let me tell you something now. When you battling a Christian, have zero respect.
Right.
Zero respect. And I mean you have to get all forward and tell them about the mother and shit like that.
Right.
But a Christian must not learn from you. A Christian must get crushed.
Right.
Crushed. You want to run in the Old Testament and pull all kind of things. What do you think the Christian going to do when he walk away? He going to go home and read that shit. He ain't going to come into the truth. But now he's learned where your knowledge is, and he'll just come back with some stupid question around that shit.
Right.
You have to crush him right there with that shit in front of everybody. Right? In front of everybody. See how stupid he is, yo? He said I can eat his daughter. So you eat pork, I'll eat your daughter. You're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. Okay? Don't let him move nowhere. Don't worry about sharpening your sword on this side and on that side. Have no thought for what the mouth might say, because why? The words that come out of your mouth belong to the Lord. Don't sweat that. You just make sure you ain't eating no pork, and you ain't, trying to turn everybody vegan, and you ain't turning everybody away from getting meat. Brother, in the battle, the Lord will be with you with that shit. Don't sweat none of that shit. Never run around with a Christian. A Christian loves to. And what about this? And this one said, and before long, brother, you spent 35 minutes following a Christian everywhere but where the truth is. You understand? You want to fight me? No problem. When I shut this door, you're not getting out of this room alive. All right, now you really want to come in here? No problem. Fine, come on in here. I'll lock this door. Now, I'll be 6 million ways to die. Choose one. There's no. I'm not following you around everywhere. Right? We stay right in the same scripture here. Right in the scripture here that you quote, you're gonna fall on your own sword. That's the exact. All right. All right. Anything else?
Go
ahead.
In Judges 11, sir. Right. The account with Jephthah, when he made a vow to the Most High that whatsoever would come out, he house first, right? If the Most High deliver the Amorites into his hands, he would give it as a sacrifice unto the Most High.
All right, just pull it to where you have it. All right. All right. Aban say Leviticus 11 Tawara. That's correct. All right. He's going the same way. That's Tawara Aban, but of course, I'm not going to pull the dietary law for them. I'm going to show them how stupid their argument is, and after them get cut and shame, the crowd is going to listen to me because they realize I know what I'm talking about. I'll teach them the dietary law. But that Christian, let him go eat pork and get cholesterol and die.
Sure.
Then waste precious time of mine. I had to battle this fool when I could be teaching people. Let him go eat pork. All right. Let me know when you have it. All right. Somebody wanted to break down on Zebulon. I'm gonna get that. All right. I'm gonna get that Zebulon. Shakan, we have.
Yeah. I wanted to ask. You know, like the Samson from the tribe of Dan. Like, why is that tribe not on the 12 chart? Like, why is it not?
I got him. I'm gonna get you with that too. All right. All right. We're gonna go into a little bit of the 12 tribe breakdown and go into Venezuela and Maduro, Putin, and Trump. All right. And the Third World War, Lord willing. Lord willing. All right. Who's that? Who had it? Mike Playoff or Mike what?
Mike Passage.
Mike what? Go ahead.
The book of Judges, chapter 11, verse 30. And Jephthah vowed a vow unto the Lord, and said, If thou shalt without fail deliver the children of Ammon into my hand.
Judges what?
Judges 11 and verse 30.
All right.
And Jephthah vowed a vow unto the Lord, and said, If thou without fail deliver the children of Ammon into my hands, then it shall be that whatsoever cometh forth of the doors of my house to meet me when I return in peace from the children of Ammon shall surely be the Lord's, and I will offer it up for a burnt offering.
All right. So now, just to give me a little backdrop, yeah, you understand why he went to the Lord with that?
Cancer. The children of Israel was fighting a battle with the Ammonites, and they eventually came to Jephthah because they couldn't defeat them, and they came to Jephthah to lead them as a captain against the children of Ammon.
All right. All right. So now, and of course, Jephthah, trying to get the Lord on his side, went and gave his word and made a promise to the Lord. All right. So now, okay, and of course, Jephthah making this promise, what? Describe it.
So like I said, describe the vow he made to the Most High?
Yeah, well, what meaning what? If you were to see Jephthah making this vow to the Lord, what would you see? You all there? Or you all freeze?
I'm still here, sir.
I think they probably dropped. Give them 2 seconds, they see they'll come back home. Look like the internet might be dropped. All right, in the meantime, Shakan, you have any questions,
Yeah, just that same one I was asking you about Samson. I'm also curious on like what tribe, like I know he's from the tribe of Dan, but I wanted to know, like, did they get wiped out, or they just didn't exist anymore, or like what happened to them? Like, was he part of a tribe?
Yeah, Samson was a Danite, right? Samson was a Danite. He was from the tribe of Dan. The tribe of Dan the tribe of Dan is in, I believe, is in the tribe of Manasseh, I think, today. All right. Go get Genesis chapter 49. Right, in the meantime, until they come back. Get Genesis 49. And go down to Dan. Dan is, I think, what, verse 12 or something? 16.
16, yeah, 16, sir, and 17.
Right, go ahead and read that for me, all right?
Con, sir. Genesis chapter 49, verse 16. Dan shall judge his people as one of the tribes of Israel. Verse 17. Dan shall be a serpent by the way.
All right, hold on. Read 16 one more time.
Dan shall judge his people as one of the tribes of Israel.
Right, Dan shall judge his people as one of the tribes of Israel. Meaning what?
He gonna be like the I guess like the star of that tribe.
What do you mean?
Like
the star of that tribe?
Well, not the star, but like the one who over them then. The one who in charge then.
No. Dan shall judge his people as one of the tribes. What does it mean?
Oh, he gonna be, well, Salakia, sir. He gonna be I guess he gonna be part of it ain't gonna be Dan no more, but he gonna be part of a known tribe today in the 12 tribes of Israel.
That exactly. Dan will judge. Remember that's what Dan means, to judge. Okay. Right? Like that, the name Daniel. You know the book of Daniel? The Lord. Daniel in the Hebrew is Daniel Allah, or judge of the Lord. You understand? Dan means to judge. He will be a judge, and he will judge his people as one of the 12 tribes. All right? So he is going to be within one of the tribes, right? Within the tribes of Israel. All right? Keep going.
Verse 17. Dan shall be a serpent by the way, an adder in the path, that biteth the horse heels, so that his rider shall fall backward.
All right. Read it one more time.
Dan shall be a serpent by the way, an adder in the path.
Right. Dan will be a serpent by the way, an adder in the path. What does that mean?
Son.
Just take your time. Take your time, each word with each word.
Concept. Like Salakia, saying like
Dan shall be a serpent by the way. What does that mean? What is a serpent? Just take your time and break it down bit by bit. It's a serpent.
A serpent, he constantly on the ground all the time.
What is a serpent?
A snake.
A snake. A snake by the way. What does that mean? A snake by the way. What does that mean?
Like I guess like a opposition, like a obstacle.
A position where? Just don't throw your hands up. Just think about it. A snake by the way. Okay, when you say way, think of way like path or around. Like, oh, you ever hear people say, "Oh, he from around the way"?
Sir.
What does that mean? When they say he from around the way?
He from that same neighborhood.
So Dan shall be a serpent in the way.
Well, is it so is it saying like he's the one that's that gonna like lead his people?
Dan shall be a serpent by the way. Does it say anything about leading?
Can't, sir.
That's what I told you. You got it?
Slovakia. Well,
if around the way is the neighborhood, right?
Can't.
The neighborhood or the general area where you would be. Dan will be a serpent by the way. What does that mean? It's exactly simpler. It's exactly what it says. What is a serpent?
A snake, sir.
And where is that snake?
By the path, by the way.
That's it. Dan shall be a snake in the way, in the path. Right around where you're at.
Oh. So like why I don't like why did they use serpent though?
You see it soon.
Okay,
you see it soon.
So like I said,
go ahead.
Can you just repeat the scripture that you are
in Genesis 49 and 16, all right? Genesis 49 and 16. All right. We have why you always choose my class to come and harass me? Some would be nice, but can you stop pretending to be us? My family did not perish in the Holocaust, so you can play games with the name Israel. Please follow your own African religion. Okay. First off, give Hitler a hand. Give Hitler a hand. Showing us how to make soup. Give Hitler a strong hand. More of these devils. That's the first thing. Secondly, nobody pretending to be Israel. Whoever the F Israel is, you could keep that bullshit. I'm not pretending to be that. You understand? I'm not trying to be that. I'm trying to be me, myself, and I. I myself am an Israelite from the tribe of Benjamin. You get have 12 tribes. Y'all just Jewish. And if you ever ask y'all which tribe you from, let me prove it. I ain't going to even say it. But what is Benai birth? Which tribe you found from? Which tribe did Hitler birth? Tell me which tribe you from. Since I'm pretending to be you. Tell me which tribe your family is from. Right? Adoni Caleb, your red dog. Tell me which tribe you're from. All right. Anyhow, let's get back to Dan. Right? And he gonna say he from the tribe of Dan. All right. Hold on. Good. He said, I'm from the tribe of Adam. I'm with you. I'm done. You out. You out, benign with it. Listen now. Let's not burn more you devils. We ain't Africa. We 12 tribes of Israel. We gonna be a future slave masters. I'm gonna make a whole for you and your family. Pick 1 ounce short of cotton. Let this king just not be sweet today. You gonna follow in your father's footsteps. Follow in your daddy's footsteps. You know what I mean? Let the Lord strength you and do run from, but let this war kick off. You gonna know what to say to me in that day. Talking about pretending to be you. The guy gonna make you pretend to be a loaf of bread. All right, let me get you. All right, so Dan will be a serpent in the way, right? He'll be like a snake around the way in the midst of things, right? Keep reading from verse 16.
Well, 17.
Wait, yeah, 17.
Oh, sorry, sir. I would try and look up the meaning for it.
For what?
Nah, just the
meaning of what?
The same the 17. Like I was just seeing.
Come on, Shakan, focus with me on what word you looking up the meaning of? I got much time, Mark. You gotta come on with it.
Oh no, I was just seeing if something could have helped me on Google or something.
Shakan, what the fuck you looking at Google for? I'm right here. You want to go have a private class with Google?
No, man, no.
All right. Continue reading 17, please.
Can.
Again, thanks to water for showing up tonight, yeah? That's a water, brother. I appreciate that, brother. I don't know what's going on with everybody else.
So I guess
Go ahead.
But I must get a lot of hand. For that example, I see I catch it.
I'm done. Cut it. Come on, Shakan. Let's go quickly before these Jewish trash come back in here.
Can, sir. Genesis 49, verse 17. Dan shall be a serpent in the way, a horned snake in a path, that bitteth the horse heels.
Hold on. Shakan, I know what you're reading. Read it one more time from 17. Quickly, come on with that.
Can, sir.
Shakan, I'm asking somebody to read for you, all right? Michael, I'll read it for him.
Genesis chapter 49, verse 17. Dan shall be a serpent by the way, an adder in the path.
Right, an adder in the path. What is an adder?
A type of venomous snake, sir.
An adder is a type of snake, right? So, and Dan shall be a serpent in the way, somewhere in the way, in the area around, just like an adder in the path. An adder is a snake that's in the path, all right? So, can you with me?
Can.
All right, no sweat. Keep reading.
That bited the horse heels, so that bited the horse heels.
Right, that bited the horse heels. How many movies have you seen Them old Western. Anybody used to watch Western movies?
Even
in Western, they always have a part where they're chasing somebody through some brush. And then the horse don't want to go nowhere, and you hear the rattle, you ain't seeing snake. And all of a sudden, the horse get bitten, and then what? Keep reading.
So that his rider shall fall backward.
So that the rider fall backward. The horse go up on 2 legs, on the hind legs, throw the rider off. Dan will be like that. Where he gonna be there, you just ain't gonna see him. You understand? That's why the horse got bitten. Because you're not seeing this snake. But he gonna be there. You understand? Go ahead.
Is it as in verse 16, where he said he shall judge his people, and verse 17, him being a serpent, would he be like the one to give justice to those of his people in a kind of vicious way, in the aspect of?
Okay, don't think, not because it didn't say all of that. Remember, Dan is a judge. And he will do his job as a judge within another tribe. Right? Just you know, judgment is what? Punishment. Right? So of course, snake biting a horse is like this thing like punishment. He'll be there and he'll be able to strike and do his job, and you ain't even gonna know that's Dan doing that. Right?
Oh, okay.
Dan is within Israel, I think specifically Manasseh. All right, go to Deuteronomy 33 and 22. Oh boy, I see the haters in here tonight, bro. Listen, the white man is watching Trinidad closely. I ain't never had this amount of problems in this class. The amount of these kikes in here tonight, these long-nosed rat bastard. The Jewish man have a nose, he could smell money, brother. That nigga could smell, he could smell. You got $5, 10 cents, 2 pennies in your left pocket. He could smell money, that bastard. All right, listen, you Jewish people, your time is short too. Your time is short. I understand why you're coming in, why you're trying to eavesdrop on the UPK, because you realize what's going on. Say it again, we ain't African. We ain't African. We went into slavery because we sinned against our God. And because we went into slavery, being the Jewish bastard you are, you stole our identity like you steal everything else. Right? Just a brief history. Hitler, he was another devil bastard. And of course, the mass murder of anyone is wrong. But Hitler wanted you all out of Germany because your race, your forefathers, was oppressing the Germans. Your forefathers were hoarding all the wealth and all the gold and all the money, just like you're doing today in America. Running every goddamn thing, stealing from everybody. The problem you don't understand is white people are like animals. When food gets short and money gets tight, they'll strike. They'll strike at you. And Hitler was tired of your long-nosed, smelly behind and decided to try to make soap out of your granddaddy. Right? And right now you're oppressing the earth again. And no, thanks be to the Lord that the Israelite School of UPK is here to return Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to their rightful place. So we will sell you like the dogs you are. Adoni Caleb, you red dog. You, your father, your mother, and your children. And go tell them I say that. Devil said Jewish. Listen, and what I'm saying is true. He have a comment on here saying we Jewish trash have all the money. YouTube is Jewish, just to let you know. That's the proof they're running everything. He just said it. YouTube is Jewish. No sweat, nigga. When Christ come back, I want the man who said YouTube is Jewish.
I'm right.
Y'all choose the wrong class coming tonight. You know, I'll pay attention to you. I'll give you some attention. Don't worry about it. You got the scripture in Deuteronomy 33? Right? Your Carl said, gas them and light them. God damn. When Christ come back, of course. When Christ return. We ain't got nobody enlighten nobody now, but shit. When Christ return, I'll see how, you know, I'll see how human fat is used to make soap. Hell. Your daddy didn't die in no Holocaust. The only Holocaust that ever exists is the transatlantic slave trade and the genocide of the Hispanic and Native Indian tribe. That's the only Holocaust that ever exists. 6 million Jews. Who the hell cares about 6 million Jews? You killed over 99 million of my people, over 100 million Native Indians, and you're still killing us today. I don't give a damn about no 6 million Jews. 6 million Jews what? Put that spit on the ground. That ain't nothing. You better go to YouTube and ask them to help you build a bomb shelter because Maduro getting ready to let off. Right, come on, let's finish up. Deuteronomy 33.
Okay.
The first chapter, sir? I mean the first verse?
33 and 22.
Oh. Go out, sir.
Look at Deuteronomy chapter 33 and verse 22. And of Dan, he said, Dan is a lion's whelp. He shall leap from Bashan.
All right. Dan is a lion's whelp, like a young lion, like a cub. He will leap from Bashan. Bashan is, I believe, in Manasseh or Manasseh territory, meaning Dan will be in there. You understand? Shakan, what happened is over time, Dan started having less sons and more daughters. And of course, you know that man carries life. Your lineage comes from a man. A man has seed, he puts it into a woman. If you don't have any sons, your line stops. So over time, Dan started having less sons, more daughters. Less sons, more daughters, to the point where they were just too small of a family to be considered a tribe, because of course their daughters getting married by others. They will still have Danites around, but they're just not big enough to be considered a tribe. A tribe is a big family, like, we're talking millions. You get me? But they're small enough to be a family. Or maybe not even millions, maybe like tens of thousands. Right? That's a tribe, or maybe thousands. Let's put it down to thousands. Because a family, those of you all who have big family, right? Makan and them, you all look like you all have family. Everybody in that room is blood relative. You all look like you all have, if you all have a family reunion, Makan, how much people would show up? And I'm talking about your immediate family. I'm talking about just your family. If you have a family reunion, about how much people would show up? Like, give me a number.
I think about 200 somewhere around there.
About 200, and all you all related.
Yeah,
that's not a tribe, that's just a family. They're just big. Like grandfather, grandson, uncle, all the aunts, all the cousins. Get the point? And they all come together, and 200 ain't much. It might seem like a lot, but any family reunion is, anywhere from 80 to 200 people, and they're all related. Right? Dan just became a very small family and was absorbed into Manasseh. That's it. All right, Shakan?
Khan.
All right, no sweat. Which is Mike? Why you had the other question? Then let's right. Time running away. Keep going. Mike, why?
Council. It was back to Judges 11 and verse 30.
Go ahead.
And Jephthah vowed a vow unto the Lord and said, If thou shalt without fail deliver the children of Ammon into my hands, then it shall be that whatsoever cometh forth of the doors of my house to meet me, when I return in peace from the children of Ammon, shall surely be the Lord's, and I will offer it up for a burnt offering.
All right. So I was asking you just for time's sake, I'm going to give it to you. Jephthah went to a priest and made those statements. Right? Jephthah went to a priest and made those statements because, as you know, it was a precept. In old times, them that went to inquire of the Lord in old times went to a prophet, who in old times was called a seer. Anytime you go to inquire of the Lord, you go to a priest of the Lord. Jephthah went to a priest of the Lord, and he made that, you know, I don't want to say deal, but he made that promise. He gave the Lord his word. You understand? And the Lord stayed with his word and delivered them. The Lord caused them to prevail over Ammon. Right? That's what happened, Michael?
Cancer.
All right, and then what happened?
Verse 34. And Jephthah came to Mizpah unto his house, and behold, his daughter came out to meet him with timbrels and with dances, and she was his only child.
Oh boy. So now he coming back from the war, right? And his daughter came out to meet him with what?
With timbrels and with dances.
And with dances. Now, boy, this is heartbreaking. I know, listen, I understand you asked the question. This is a heartbreaking thing right here, brother. But the scriptures was written aforetime for our learning. All right, this is a lesson to be learned. His daughter coming out to see him happy with timbrels, the little tambourine, and dancing and singing a song. You know, Israel in the glory would sing about anything. You understand? Remember when David came back from war, the woman would sing. Saul killed thousands, David killed tens of thousands. You understand? The woman would sing and dance and rejoice. So his daughter coming out singing. Why? Because her father went to war. War is not a weekend. The father could have been gone for a year, maybe 2 years. You get the point? For a long time, because it's like, you know, they ain't no Uber, ain't no train and no bus. You gotta, you know, walk and get a horse and go where you had to go, and then set up, fight the war, win the war, establish it, then you come back home. You get the point? All right, who are they handing back there? Your card?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Was she celebrating because he came back alive as well?
She celebrated, happy to see him. Well, yes, he came back alive, but you know, of course, you know, she happy to see him. The father is back home. This is her daddy. Remember, that's his only daughter. He is her only father. It's you know, any girl, any child really is happy to see their parents at the end of the day. Imagine when you're going for the weekend. Imagine when you're going for the week, a month, a year. You get the point? You come out happy to see him. She was his only child. Keep going.
Besides her, he had neither son nor daughter.
Right? And beside her, he didn't have a son or a daughter, meaning she's the only one. Go ahead.
Verse 35. And it came to pass, when he saw her, that he rent his clothes.
Right.
Said,
it came to pass. As soon as he see her come out the door, he stop and tear his clothes. Why?
So like yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Because he remembered the vow he made with the Lord. Sir.
He remembered what he said with the Lord. And the Lord delivered his end of the bargain. You understand? Go ahead.
Alas, my daughter, thou hast brought me very low, and thou art one of them that trouble me. For I have opened my mouth unto the Lord, and I cannot go back.
You understand? So he see her and he said, "You're damn good. You done brought me to my knees now. You brought me low. I done said something to the Lord, and now you have troubled me." You understand why? Because she came out the house. He came out the house. When he got home, he told the Lord, whenever he gets home, whatever comes through that door is his. You understand what the Lord gonna do with that little girl? Nothing. But now he had to give up that girl. Keep going.
Verse 36. And she said unto him, My father, if thou hast opened thy mouth unto the Lord, do to me according to that which hath proceeded out of thy mouth. That's hardcore, brother. That's hardcore right there, brother. I pray I could raise children that hardcore. You understand? Like he done, and that's to show you what type of man he was. He done raised that little girl to understand
A promise to the Lord is, that's your word. You went to the priest and you said, I will do this, which is why what? When you all become troopers, everyone was asked, are you ready for this? You sure you're ready for this? And that scripture was read, no man that lay his hand to the plow can move it. You understand? Like this is for God and men. You understand? You can't do that, which is why you leave the truth. You're gonna get you, you're gonna come after him. Because you swore to take up the sword for him. His daughter understood that he gave his word to the priest, and she said, listen, Pops, whatever you say you have to do, do it. I understand. And she happy to have her father back to see him again. She said, go ahead and do what you have to do. Go ahead.
For as much as the Lord hath taken vengeance for thee of thine enemies, even the children of Ammon. Verse 37. And she said unto her father, let this thing be done for me. Let me alone 2 months, that I may go up and down upon the mountain and bewail my virginity and my fellows.
Right? So she's saying, listen, do to me whatever you want to do. Because why? The Lord done took vengeance against your enemies and delivered even the children of Ammon unto you. Meaning the Lord done did what he said he would do. So I understand if you said something that has to be done to me, I understand that. No problem. Don't feel guilty about it. The Lord did what he had to do. Just give me 2 months to go mourn my virginity. Meaning what? Meaning she's a young girl. And just like any young person, if you tell them their life going to end today, it's going to hurt. You understand? You understand? If you don't live your life and you don't experience life and don't been married and had children and the ups and downs of life, you experience that later on, you are a little more accepting of death. But when you're young, she asks for time to go and cry and mourn and prepare herself to die. You understand? Now, understand that. That's the type of children we raise. That's the type of nation we had. You get me? That's the type of nation we had. Even the story with Lot. When Lot offered his daughters up, they ain't back. Even the other one with the priest, with the Ephraimite in Judges. Like we raised in a different culture where the woman understand honor and glory. You get me? It's a different culture. So now she understands she had whatever had to be done had to be done. And she asking for some time to go prepare herself and cry and mourn because she's so young. Keep going.
Verse 38. And he said, go. And he sent her away for 2 months. And she went with her companions and bewailed her virginity upon the mountains. Verse 39. And it came to pass at the end of 2 months that she returned unto her father, who did with her according to his vow, which he had vowed. And he knew no man, and it was a custom in Israel that the daughters of Israel went yearly to lament the daughter of Jephthah, the Gileadite, 4 days in a year.
Right. So like let me clarify that. I'm asking General. I'm not sure if she had to die or if she had to go into the service of the priesthood. Meaning that she would remain unmarried but serve in the temple. That's what. Let me find out exactly. Unless it says it somewhere else. So for some reason in my mind, I have in my memory that she died, but that may not be all the way correct. Let me just double check with the general on that. All right. It could be that she just went into the service of the priest.
Okay. So like I said.
Go ahead.
I'm not too sure, but you have any scripture just at the top of your head. It's no problem. But if you have scripture on top, and just at the top of your head, on in sense where your sister went into the service of the Most High, for a far like period.
Say that again.
But like I said, if you have a scripture on the top of your head, where your sister went into the service of the Most High, like serving in the priest, serving the priest and them in the temple over
there. With Anna, let's look up Anna in the New Testament. Anna was an Asherite sister who served. Okay, just look up where Joseph took Christ on the 8th day to be circumcised. When Joseph took Christ to the temple to be circumcised on the 8th day, it says that when he got there, Anna, an Asherite sister, was there doing what she normally do because she was a widow and she served in the temple from the days of her youth. Like Anna was a sister whose husband got killed when she was very young. She may have been 19, 20, 21, young girl, and she never remarried. All she did was come to the temple, come to the school, sweep the floors, cook for the brothers, braid their hair, sew garments. She took care of the priest, but she never remarried. You get me? And that's not something rare. That's not something rare at all. All right. All right.
So like yes, sir.
Go ahead.
As I was describing this service, Anna, I just want to clarify that service is what they call the service of a prophetess.
Let me double check that. I want to say no. Let me double check that. All right. She would just be a sister in school. Yeah, a sister in the school, a sister. Of course, being around wise men, she's going to have wisdom. Being the longevity of her service would inherently mean that she would have to look after younger sisters and children. So she would teach younger sisters, like the scriptures say. You know, aged women teach those that are young to be what? Sober-minded, love their husbands, you know, grow up a certain way. You get the point? But she's not a prophetess. Let me double check to see if that's a good term for that. You get me? Go ahead.
What I was saying, in the same scripture now, that you want me to account for her, because it's not prophetess, but I want to ask if it's the same thing like that the woman did in Judges, I think it is, what's her name? When he gave the prophet, whatever prophecy was, man.
Deborah.
Yeah, Deborah.
Deborah, I don't think she served like how Anna served, but Deborah was a sister who been around a while. She was again the husband of a very wise man, and that would mean she's like, you know, just think like a grandmother in the neighborhood or a big auntie who's just there sitting on that front porch. She might, you know, sisters back home in Trinidad they would sell what tambourine ball, but they don't have a grocery store. They're selling right there. You just go and knock on the front door. Hey, Miss Joan. And she come out with the cakes and the tambourine. And somebody might have a beef or a dispute and they go to Miss Joan for some help. And she deals with them rightfully. It's like that with Deborah. A woman has been around for a while. She understands things. She's not usurping authority. But she just using her wisdom to care for the body. All right? Go ahead, your card.
So like I said, would she fall under the purview of helps, like in 1 Corinthians 12:28?
Say that one more time.
I said, would she fall under like the position of helps in 1 Corinthians 12:28?
Who, Deborah?
Anna.
Yeah. Okay. She would fall. Yeah. Yeah. She would fall into what we call a help. Some are a help. Okay, but she was a little bit more than a help. You understand? Just imagine a brother who does not go to camp. Don't even say that. Okay, she's serving in there like part of the body. Now, she's a help, but she ain't somebody who just come in and dropping bread off. You dig? The brother or the sister that comes and drops bread off or cases of water, they are an help. But they ain't there for every Sabbath service, making the bread, cleaning the table up. They ain't there for every high holy day, making sure the land. You get the point? They ain't making sure the bills in the school get paid. It's a difference there, not just a help, but she's part of the body. She's not the 144,000, but rather she right there up with them. Yeah? You understand? All right, cool. So I'm gonna check on the prophetess thing for you to see if that's, an accurate, One West description for it, even if when you said it was written in there.
Yes, sir.
No, you don't have to read it. I'm gonna just ask you a question. So we want to look at too, even with Deborah. I think they call her a prophetess, right? Right. Okay. You have to get the UPK understanding of it, because a Christian prophetess and this is two different things. Jesus, you know, hallelujah, and running up and down the damn church, bleeding all over the damn podium. You think? All right, so we good to go? All right, good. Maduro, I know we right up on the time, so let's shorten it up. All right, help me out. What's going on with Maduro? Come on, you're 7 miles away. You're supposed to know what's going on. You're supposed to know what's going on. One of you supposed to have a little Venezuelan sister in there right now to get up and say, "Salam, this is what's going on." You're slipping, man. Venezuela going down is you know, it's hard time. You're in step with, hold on, mommy. Don't speak no English. Right? Israel. Me. Yo, come on, man. Get some brothers in there, man. Get some Spanish flyers. Got what I'm saying? Some Spanish flyers. Any hermano. Hey, shalom, hermano. Tu y mi familia. Un familia.
All right.
I'm Ashapari. I'm on standby. I'm Ashan Kapan on standby to take call. Go and get Asha, brother. Get them quick before the missiles fly. All right, any sisters, just get on my number. So come on.
Yes, like I said, basically the last news per se on Venezuela is that they quote unquote have two presidents, Maduro being elected and Guaido being the one who installed himself. Currently, the military is backing Maduro, the Venezuelan military.
Right.
Guaido has the backing of the U.S. government as well as the allies. So they are currently at a standoff.
Okay, so all right, let's back up a little bit, right? Venezuela been in what you would call social unrest for the past maybe what, 2 years?
2 years.
2 years in the media, right? 2 years in the media. Before Maduro was who? Chavez. Right? Chavez didn't give a rat's behind about America and their interests. Chavez didn't care. They wanted Chavez gone. Chavez, I believe, prepped Maduro. Right? He prepped Maduro to take over before he had to step out. Chavez died, correct? Right? Chavez died. He prepped Maduro to take over. At first, it looked like Maduro was, you know, was going to not do what Chavez did. Now, of course, he didn't know Chavez, but, you know, he was prepared by Chavez. Now, since then, America has been trying to pry Venezuela away from the people, right? Countries like Venezuela, Russia, Cuba, they subscribe to what is called what? Socialism. All right, socialism is like how you would call it? Damn near like how a union operates, where we all benefit or we all suffer. There's not much room for an upper class to grow rapidly like how it is with American territories. All right, there's not much room for that. You get me? So they have been trying. Also, Venezuela is, I believe, the #1, has the largest oil reserve on the planet. Right, I believe Venezuela has the largest natural occurring oil reserve on the planet. Right? It's hard to believe, but they got it. All right. Venezuela also has what else?
Like I said,
but
has the 4th largest gas reserves as well.
4th largest gas reserve. Ooh, your card. We need to go and buy a well. I call that well One West. We don't need no maintenance. We have enough operators. We could produce that oil. We fraction it, sell it off. There's one well we want. All right. Venezuela has that oil reserve. Shit, I wouldn't be shocked if you could look down into the earth and Trinidad's oil and gas is that somehow connected to that reserve, being that it's so close. Because Trinidad is also very oil and gas rich. And even now, when they say all the oil is finished, Trinidad still have way more oil than any other Caribbean island. Yeah. You understand? So how is it that the oil is there and right there in Barbados, they ain't that much? You think what I'm saying? Have to be they sharing the same thing. You understand? Go ahead, Art.
Yes, like yesterday, being that the islands are so close 7 miles away, sometimes you really wonder why our production is not as high as Venezuela. Recently, a couple of years back, they actually did find the main vein, as they would say. But that well quickly got destroyed or sand up, as you would say.
I mean, that's okay. That's what they're telling us. And to be honest, we don't really know what they find out there. We don't know if the oil stopped producing or if that's what they're telling us. You understand? Because of course, it's a lot of money if you could sell it versus the country selling it. They could come and tell you, yeah, we found this, how much trillion cubic feet of gas and oil off the North Coast somewhere. And 6 months later, something happened and the well is sanded up, it's not producing. How you know? You ain't Nemo, you ain't Free Willy, you ain't swimming around down there to see what really going on. They could tell the country that, and then one man and his company selling the oil somewhere else. You understand? Don't think it ain't gonna be that grimy. Just think of oil like drugs. You know what I mean? Somebody fill in the seat up front real quick, all right? Somebody just fill in the seat up front, ain't no sweat. Go ahead.
We just going to the Washington number.
Oh, okay, Slappy. I know I was missing somebody. I was like, God damn. All right. So they have a ton of oil and gas, all right? Let's get Genesis, find me Asher, Genesis 49. And then Deuteronomy 23. Deuteronomy 33, Salapia. All right, quickly. Yeah, Genesis 49.
It's like Genesis 49.
Find it. Where is it? Where's Asher?
20.
All right, go ahead.
Genesis chapter 49 and verse 20. Out of Asher his bread shall be fat, and he shall yield royal dainties.
Right? He shall yield royal dainties. All right? Out of Asher his bread shall be fat. Oh boy. Now you see why Trump said, Maduro, I don't recognize you. No. All right? Out of Asher. Who is Asher? Go ahead.
Colombia to Uruguay, sir.
Colombia to Uruguay. You sound like a man who has passed this test, huh? Sound like a man who passed this test, brother. You sound like a man who I'm ready to unleash into the streets and make Elamites wake up with nightmares. Them Eastern, the minute I will get on the street, them East Indians gonna be getting up. The mother gonna come in the room. Betty, what happened? Big black nigga. I'm gonna be getting them nightmares. They're gonna go by the police and sketch up a drawing. Gonna be a man with a war scarf with a shades, and he ain't smiling.
All right, good.
You understand? And say he had a body of a wolf, but his head was like a man. They're gonna be like, nigga, you wanting everybody, right? Asher is, say it again, Asher is where? Who is Asher again? Uruguay to what?
Oh, Colombia to Uruguay, sir.
Colombia to Uruguay, right?
Yeah.
So give me some of them Asherite countries. Colombia. Who else?
Venezuela.
Venezuela. Who else?
Peru.
Peru. I think Peru, yes. Peru.
Brazil.
Brazil.
Right. Nicaragua, sir. They did it?
Nicaragua. And also, the same thing going on in Venezuela is going on in Nicaragua too. But that's nothing new so much. But of course, the UPK, I think they got a trooper or two troopers down there and report off for that back and forth. The same thing in terms of social unrest is going on in Nicaragua. Nicaragua is a hellhole right now. Right? Right? Some who? America. Anyhow, some devil in here saying Maduro is stealing the oil and money and giving it to Cuba and China. No, just to accelerate, what Maduro is doing is no longer dealing with America and dealing with Russia and China so he could get money for his country because America cut him off. That's why Venezuela is so poor. That's what the news is not telling you. He's not stealing the oil. That's what you white devils want to do, is steal his oil. That's what you want to steal his oil. Listen, tonight we're going to bring it out. Listen. Hold on. I'm going to come to it just now. Y'all don't make no false start. I had these things lined up. All right? So, what is Colombia to Uruguay, right? I believe Bolivia is also Asher. Because Naftali is Chile and Argentina, right? All right, so that damn near northeastern corner of South America is damn near Asher, right? Hopefully Asher, right? Asher's bread will be fat. What does that mean?
Like I said. Like when you get to the bread with money, you know get fat.
Yeah, Asher ain't making no Asher ain't making no. Good night. I think some of them Jewish devils just flagged the Trinidad account, bro. White man is the devil. He is the devil. Don't worry. I'm gonna pray 1,000 prayers tonight that Maduro light the behind up and start. Any point, whoever on Facebook has Salakia, you know, it looked like it's a done deal. All right. So don't worry. They don't understand. They're talking about the Jewish man own what Facebook and YouTube. They don't understand that God own life. We'll find a way. All right. Okay, so Asher's bread will be fat, right? Meaning he's gonna be blessed. He's gonna be blessed with, you know, enough riches and wealth. All right. He shall yield royal dainties. What does that mean?
Like I said.
Go ahead.
Jewels, gold, silver, diamonds.
Why is that?
Like I said.
Go ahead.
Because they were prophecy say about him, sir.
That's true. That's the wrong question I ask you. He will have jewels and gold and silver and diamonds. Even in the history, they would tell you that the Europeans, when they came to South America, Asher would be rocking, would be dressed in gold and royal stuff. And it was a normal thing. It wasn't like, you know, like how today we look at it like, oh, yeah, I'm a ton of gold. You know what I mean? Like, it's like everybody was dressed in it. Everybody had, you know, the gold on and they would have gold plant pots outside the spot. You get me? He would eat royal dainties. You know, Asher would live like a king in royalty. You understand? Now give me Deuteronomy 33.
24.
Wait, yeah, 24? Yeah, that's it. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy 33, verse 24. And of Asher, he said, let Asher be blessed with children, and let him be acceptable to his brethren.
Right? Let Asher be blessed with children, acceptable to his brethren. You see how much of them is Asher? Right? Huge. Venezuela is a huge place, highly populated. So is Brazil. Another huge place, highly populated. Right? Guyana, the native people in Guyana is Asher, but of course Guyana has a high Benjamite population as well as a high Elamite population. I believe there's Elam overrun Guyana now, and then you have the native people, and of course you have Benjamin after. All right. Right? He would be blessed. He'll be multiplied. Go ahead. And he'll be acceptable to. He will be acceptable to his brethren. Right? Everybody love Asher. I don't care where you're from. I don't care where you're from. Everybody love Brazil, the football team. Everybody love Venezuela. Everybody, yeah, you see my clear. I turn around. Yeah, that's Brazil. Football team. I'm worried for them. Yeah, I mean, he looking for Georgina. That's what he looking for, and Marcia and Monica. That's what he's looking for, right? Acceptable to his brethren. Go ahead.
Let him be acceptable to his brethren, Salakia. And let him dip his foot in oil.
In what?
In oil. In oil.
In what?
In oil.
Wait, the Lord said Asher gonna dip his foot in oil?
Cancer.
That's why Trump won there. Trump, listen, Maduro, 2 weeks ago Thursday, Maduro said, hold on. I'm gonna send it to Galawan. I'm gonna send you this picture. I want you to read the caption under it. All right, hold on. Send it to you right now. Bear with me. This it? Yeah, this is it. All right, this is what Maduro sent. He said this 2 weeks ago on Thursday. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's like that below, right?
Yeah. Read the whole thing. Read the heading.
Right. Maduro gives U.S. diplomats 72 hours to leave Venezuela.
Say it again.
Maduro gives U.S. diplomats 72 hours to leave Venezuela.
That's what he said 2 Thursdays ago. He said, hey, y'all people, get tough. Out. Roll out. Roll out. How the Rasta from Major Hype that said, move up. Move up. All right, keep reading. Read underneath the picture.
Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro has
Nicolas Maduro.
Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro has cut off diplomatic relations with the United States, the biggest importer of Venezuelan oil.
Wait, hold on. Say that again.
Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro has cut off diplomatic relations with the United States, the biggest importer of Venezuelan oil.
The biggest importer of Venezuelan oil. Venezuelan #1 customer for oil is America. Remember that. Remember that. All right. The biggest customer or consumer of Venezuelan oil is America. Maduro said, not anymore. Not anymore. Keep going.
Okay. And said American diplomats had 72 hours to leave the country.
Right? He said, listen, it's that. You all have 72 hours is what? 3 days? He said that Thursday. He said by Sunday, y'all better be gone. Y'all better be gone. Keep reading on.
Oh God. Before the people.
Okay, now this is his exact words. Right? This is a quote from Maduro. Go ahead.
Oh God. Before the people and nations of the world and the constitutional president.
Right? So he's saying, I'm saying this before the people of Venezuela and the people of the world as the constitutional president, meaning he is the one who was elected. They had an election and he won. I don't care what you say. He won. If Trump, and that's what Trump said. When they said Trump, it's foul play. What did Trump say? I won. I won. I won. Listen, nigga, Maduro won.
That's right.
He won. He is the constitutional president. Keep reading.
Oh God. I've decided to break diplomatic and political relations with the imperialist United States government.
Oh boy, the imperialists. He disrespecting the hell out of that. He said, oh my soul. He said, I've decided to break what? Diplomatic, meaning no more niceties, no more nice things. I ain't catering to you no more, all political ties. We done. You ain't good in the hood no more. Keep reading.
Okay. Maduro told a crowd of red t-shirted supporters gathered at the presidential palace.
Go ahead.
Right? And quote, don't trust the gringos.
Don't say who? Say it
again. Don't trust the gringos.
Take a drink to that. Somebody sent Maduro a One West t-shirt. That is as close to the white man is the devil. So that's as close as you could get it from somebody in the world. He said, don't trust gringos. Don't trust these white people. Which lets you know what? Because why? In Venezuela, there's white people too, right? There's white Venezuelans, right? Meaning he's letting you know there's a difference between great. Don't trust the great. He didn't say don't trust the Americans. He said don't trust the white man. That's in the Bible. Precept. Come on.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 10, sir.
Oh boy, Tassel War, you're firing on both cylinders. You're firing with both guns, brother. Come on, read it.
Yeah.
Let me quickly and read.
Good.
Sound like a man that passes test, brother. I hope so.
Good.
I hope so. I have a list here sent from Officer Galawan. I ain't opened it yet because I want to be shocked tonight.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
Say it again.
Never trust thine enemy.
Galawan, read that last thing he said.
Don't trust the gringos.
Don't trust the gringos. You know why? Because they are your enemies. That's what Maduro understands. Maduro understands that. Keep reading, Tazawa.
Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
For as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Keep going.
Verse 11. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him.
Though he humble himself and go crouching, though he pretend to be low and meek and humble, you ought to watch this devil. Watch it. Get down to where it says, if trouble befall thee, he will be right there. It's right there. It's somewhere right there. Galawan, keep reading what you have.
Right? Don't trust the gringos. They don't have friends or loyalty.
Oh boy, they don't like nobody. They don't like nobody. I do like Soldier Boy, the white man. The white man. He don't trust nobody. He don't have no friends. He don't have no loyalty. The white, you gonna trust the white man? Let somebody make a meme with that. Hell.
They only have interest.
They only have what?
Interest.
They only have interest. Go ahead.
But and the ambition to take Venezuela's oil and gas and gold.
Oh boy. Maduro said, do not trust the white man. They have no friends or loyalty. They ain't loyal to nobody. Why is he bringing up loyalty? I'm gonna tell you why. There was a time that I want to believe it's somewhere in one of them wars in the Middle East where gas was so high and America was going through, we talking about, high gas prices, down near $5, $6 a gallon. There was a time that Venezuela had sent free gas to certain places in New York for the winter to heat up the homes. You understand?
Okay.
They ain't talking much about it. You could go find that anywhere. I think Chavez did it. He sent free gas up to New York. How about whatever system they have of relaying the gas? Because it's a system. It's like there ain't no pipeline running all the way up there. But he might say, whoever is supplying that section of Harlem, he might say, all right, I'm paying this bill for this amount of gas, whatever he did. But it was free for a certain section of New York. Now, if somebody do that to your country, brother, you wouldn't have some loyalty to them? Nigga come and help you also, don't freeze to death. They don't got no friends or loyalties. They only have interest, guts, and ambition to steal Venezuela oil, gas, and gold. Did you know Venezuela had gold? I did not know that. Salako. I didn't know.
I didn't know neither, sir.
I didn't know. I'm with you, Shakan. I only knew Venezuela had good football players, some women, and a little bit of oil. I didn't know nothing about gold. Brother, somebody look up, pull up on the Google phone, not Galoan or not Tazo, somebody else, pull up Google, how much money is the UK holding for Venezuela today? Somebody else pull up how much money Venezuela is selling, how much gold bars Venezuela is selling to the Saudi Arabia or United Arab Emirates. Somebody Venezuela is selling the gold to today to get money to buy food for the country today. Pull it up. Venezuela spending gold money like you go and buy a phone card. I'm trying to tell you. You all know if you want a good gold chain, where do brothers go? The brothers go Guyana and get the gold, right?
Okay.
I'm going Caracas, Slovakia. Okay, I'm going for that gold, brother. Venezuela spending gold like it ain't nothing, like they tossing dollars at the strip club. I did not know they had so much goddamn gold there. But I can tell you who does know. Trump. Trump knows, and guess what? Congress turned Trump down for his wall, right? Congress told Trump he ain't getting no wall. Trump said, no problem, I'll just go steal Venezuela gold. And they have the nerve to call us thugs. Nigga, you the thug. Trump pulling a whole train in there in Venezuela right now. Trump trying to go in there like Denzel and steal all the oil and gold so he can build his wall and fund his wall. You understand? That's what's going on. This is all about oil and gold and nothing else.
Oh, God.
Nothing else. You want to talk about people eating out of trash cans? Nigga, I could go down DC right now and videotape somebody eating out of trash can in the nation's capital. You want to talk about people don't have water? Flint, Michigan been bleeding brown water for the past 3 or 4 years in America.
Oh, God.
But your interest is in old little Venezuela? Nah, nigga, you can't sell me that. You cannot sell me that at all.
Oh, God.
Anybody find it? How much money UK is holding?
God.
How much?
Venezuela really wants its 550 million worth of gold back from the Bank of England.
Nice. Say it again.
Venezuela really wants its 550 million worth of gold back from the Bank of England.
$550 million worth of gold. $500 million worth of gold. Sitting in the London bank. Brother, come on, Ethan.
I think that was a older story.
I want to believe so because I thought I heard it was 1-point-something billion.
Like I said, 1.2 billion.
That's what I thought, But we don't have money to buy the moon. Yo, cash to buy the moon,
Like I said.
Go ahead.
And it's not US they're talking about, it's pounds they're talking about, right?
Okay, I believe it's 1-point-something billion US.
Okay.
But okay, that's, brother, that's something like, I think the number, it equates to something like 400,000 gold bars. You know that gold bullion, the big long thing that look like a brand? Brother, that's sitting in London. Now, he had that in that bank over there. How much money they really have? Why is Venezuela that poor? Who has the next article with how much he's selling to the Arabs? Come on.
Selling $640 million.
Wait, say it again, Shah. Come on, Shah, boy.
640 million.
Read on. It has some more in the story?
Because Venezuela plans to sell a total of 29 tons of gold to the United Emirates. The resulting cash to buy the basic supply as they struggle to feed.
That's it. He have 1-point-something billion chilling in a bank in London. He still have $500 million worth of gold somewhere in Caracas that he planned to sell to the Arabs so he could get money to buy goods to feed people in Venezuela. Maduro ain't in the truth. He ain't, he ain't one West, brother, but goddamn, listen, what you want?
Salakia, sir.
Come on, Ak.
Yeah, I was just reading since what you were saying about all the poor and the poverty, it looked like everybody leaving Venezuela, like again, like all the people them leaving and they going other places. They
that's
don't
true.
Want to stay there.
That's true because that's America's tactic of taking over a country. America understands that they cannot invade every country. Why can't America invade every country? There's two reasons.
Like sir.
Go ahead.
All right. One of them says if they do it on such a they don't have the resources, one to do it, and it will look bad in public eye. As in, why does everybody plays at the same time and for what reason?
That's it. Well, it's really three because you break it down better. One, resources. It takes money to send soldiers into a country. Why? Because you send soldiers to invade. How are they going to eat? You got to fly food in for them. And you already in the Middle East. You're already occupying South Korea, different parts of the coast of South Korea and stuff like that. It's hard to invade. Resources, number one. Number two, public image. Because America is what? Land of the free, home of the brave, honor and glory. You have to make the world look at you like you great. When you're not, you're an animal. You get the point? What's the third reason? I'm going to tell you what's the third reason. If you take away the white man's fighter jets, his drones, his stealth bombers, and just send men in on foot with guns, they're going to die. The white man is not good with hand-to-hand war. You understand? He's not good with that. That's why the Lord blessed him with the sword. And of course, gave him the ability to fly, which is his might. That's why he's the dragon. He's the dragon that makes fire fall from heaven. That's his strength. America lost Vietnam. The Vietnam War. Right? You all heard of that, right? The Vietnam War. America got their ass kicked in the Vietnam War. Them Viet Cong was not playing. Them Viet Cong was not okay. The white man fights with rules in a way. Like he fights how he thinks something's supposed to go. He goes in the jungle. Them Viet Cong bury themselves underneath in all kind of tunnels, coming up, taking you in your sleep. You get the point? All kind of traps. That's why he had to go get that napalm and spray it in Vietnam. You get the point? Because on foot, he couldn't mess with them. Even the war in Iraq, they didn't have a good you know, the Persian Gulf 1990 war. They didn't really have a good, you know, it wasn't convincing. It wasn't a convincing record. You understand? So what happened is now, there's another video. We're going to have it out really soon. I have it in Spanish. Captain Ashapari, I'm translated for me in English. I don't know, Facebook might think I'm not post nothing again, but we'll find a way to get it out. Where Maduro said, America wants to invade Venezuela and turn this into another Vietnam. See, I'm telling you this, if you all cross the line, this will be worse than Vietnam for you. Like Maduro talking big shit out. Why? That's the backing of Russia.
That's right.
Maduro has the backing of Putin, who is the devil.
That's right.
He is the devil, but he's a the enemy of my enemy is my friend. China is also backing Venezuela. So when the devil came on in the comment board earlier and said Maduro is stealing the money to give to them, no, stealing the oil to give to them, that's not what he's doing. America was the #1 consumer of it. And America has cut Venezuela off on all sides. America has instituted the what? The mark of the beast on Venezuela. On all sides. How you could be sitting on oil and gold and your country poor? Because America done cut you off. He who does not take the mark will not be able to buy or sell. And that's what's going on. So you know what Maduro said? F that. Hello, Queen Elizabeth? Send me my blood clot money now. Please. Hey, Arab, I have some gold and some oil here for you. I know you like to buy shit. I'm sending it right now. Last week, Thursday, a Russian plane left Moscow and took a direct flight to Caracas. The first time a plane has ever flown from Russia directly to Venezuela in the history of flying. An empty plane landing on the tarmac. You know why? Because he's going to load it up with gold and send it for the Arabs. Trump, if you know what's good for you, you will take this L. You just take the L. Just take the L and keep it moving. Go back to building your wall. Go back to building your wall. But if I know the white man, and I know him very well, he's a proud bastard and he's not going to take it. He is not going to take it. Last week, Trump sent 5,000 soldiers to Colombia, preparing to invade. Now, hold on, Salakia. Where we at? Let's go back to Ecclesiasticus. You found it for me, where I said if trouble fall, he'll be right there.
Yes, sir, yeah.
Go ahead.
Verse 15, sir. Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 15. For a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry.
Right? For a while, the white man will stay with you if there's something to benefit. Because remember, he have no loyalties or friends, only interests. You understand? Only interests and guts to steal. Right? He'll abide with you for a while. But as soon as you begin to fall, he's nowhere to be found. And then Venezuela dropped to his knees in the recent 2 years. Socially, Venezuela collapsed down there. Socially, right? Where was America to help? If there's the #1 buyers of oil. Nowhere. Nowhere. Keep going.
Verse 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit.
hold on. The devil online here. He said we killed 2 million Viet Cong. That's not getting our ass kicked. We lost public will in Vietnam. That's why we left. Go do your history, devil. I'm not sure about that 2 million number, but you left because your soldiers was defecting. You lost support for the war at home, and you was getting your ass kicked in Vietnam, and your soldiers was leaving. You left early to save face to prevent a full-out humiliation of the red, white, and blue. Don't come up here and lie. You got your ass handed to you in Vietnam. Right? He said, this is what he said, we will be sure to clean up Trinidad after Venezuela. You're sure welcome to do it. Just don't touch the Lord's anointed. Don't touch the Lord's anointed. You might go home and have to bury your son. You might come back home and say, yeah, we cleaned up Trinidad today. Joshua? Joshua going to be a stiff corpse in his bed and nobody going to touch him. And you would know the Lord has visited you. Who are they having? Go ahead.
I'm thinking about, in the height everybody fearing all this military might now. The California fire, when the Lord passed through the place and not a tree was burnt, but only houses.
They got trees burnt. Trees were burnt. But in the end, there was way more forest than houses.
God.
You understand? And there was a forest fire. They need to call it the California house fires.
Thank you.
Real house fires of California.
All right.
All right. Keep reading on. Thousand War, Ecclesiasticus.
So like I said, no sweat. Verse 16, sir, on the top. Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood.
You all remember that? We went through it before where Trump was saying, remember we did a class where Trump came out and said he feels sorry for Venezuela, but this is the price of socialism. You all remember that? Or do I have to find the video? Anybody remember it? Right, he said, yeah, we feel sorry. Look at, they're eating the trash cans, but they want to be socialists. This is the price of socialism. But we will bring democracy to Venezuela. He said that like in October last year. Like this was a whole plan. You understand? He was the opportunity to overthrow it. Keep going.
Verse 17. If adversity come upon thee.
Say it again.
If adversity come upon thee.
One more time.
If adversity come upon thee.
Go ahead.
Thou shalt find him there first.
When? You should find him there when?
First.
No, last.
First.
Listen now. Venezuela is falling. They have social unrest, civil war. Who is there first? The white man. Who is there to bring democracy and freedom to the Venezuelan people? The white man. You know why? Because he's the reason it fell. He's the reason Cuba struggled. He's the reason Haiti is poor. He's the reason Jamaica is poor. He's the reason Nelson warring with John. You understand? He is there. If adversity take over thee, he is there first. The white man is the devil, the Bible. He is the devil. And thanks be to the Lord for all these prophecies and for this school commanding Gen.YAHANNA and the generals for teaching us the truth that we could come out the world and pray daily. Scriptures say, watch and pray. Watch and pray. And brother, we pray in this thing kick off right here. We pray the full interest in oil and gas turns into the third world's war with these world superpowers. Because Russia and China told America to back up. They told America back up off of it. You understand? The hypocrisies. Trump, he said in response to Maduro saying 72 hours for the Americans to leave, Trump is saying that Guaido is who he recognizes, right? Guaido's supposed to be what, leader of the opposition or the other side? So So in other words, Trump is not satisfied with Venezuela's electoral process. Meanwhile, they investigate in Russia for tampering with America's election, right? So now, you mad because Russia tampered with America's election, yet still you tampering with somebody else's? You know why? You are the devil, the Bible speaks of. You are the devil, and the Lord is drawing you down into the Third World War, and pray that it happens. Pray that there's no end to this conflict. Pray that the rope clips up. Listen, you know what would be a good turn of events? If Guaido just joined him and say, you know what, damn that. A plane full of money and turn the country around, and Guaido say, you know what, America, I'm with this nigga over here. And they invade, and Russia get involved, and China get involved, brother. It's going to be a bloody mess. It's going to be a wonderful bloody mess. And it's going to be the beginning of the Third World War, which is victory for us. As a and you had your hand up?
Yeah, kind of cancel.
Go ahead.
Two things. Just about 2 weeks or so before Guaido announced his presidency, his mock presidency, that is when Russia, for the first time, brought the two nuclear bombers, and they signed an agreement to build a military base in Venezuela.
Yes.
They had the fast track.
That happened, if I'm not mistaken, like last November.
Yeah.
You understand? Last November, Russia sent Venezuela 2 spanking new ugly ass jets. I don't know. I ain't no, you know, aircraft engineer, but I'd have built something a little better looking than that shit. But shit, if they get any job done, fine, no problem. Right? Spanking new jets, and told the American government any American plane parked on the tarmac have to find somewhere else to park. You understand? Aligning itself with Venezuela. Venezuela is not poor or broken. You get the point? Go back to Deuteronomy 33 and 24. Shakan, he was reading, right? Shakan? You might mute it out. You might mute it.
I gotta go back and get it.
Okay, you drop it from your computer. Somebody else pick it up. Deuteronomy 33 and 24.
Deuteronomy chapter 33 and 24. And of Asher he said, let Asher be blessed with children.
Go ahead.
Let him be acceptable to his brethren. And let him dip his foot in oil.
Right? Let him dip his foot in oil. Right? Asher has oil. A ton of oil. His foot is in oil. Right? Because of how wealthy he is. Go ahead.
Okay. Thy shoes shall be iron and brass.
And
as thy days, so shall thy strength be.
You understand? Thy shoes shall be iron and brass. When everybody else wearing what? Sandals. Just think of it like that. Like he's strong. And Asher ain't no pushover. You understand? He gonna be strong at the foot. You understand? And so shall his days be, so shall his strength be. That's why he fighting back and pushing back and talking how he talking. Like that's a nigga. You understand? Like, little light skin, his hair mightn't be as curly, but that is a straight up Israelite talking in office right there. Don't trust the gringos. Who they say that? You understand? Who did they say that? No. What does it mean for Trinidad? I'm gonna tell you what it means for Trinidad. You brothers in Trinidad, you have an excellent opportunity for hospitality and brotherhood. An excellent opportunity for hospitality and brotherhood. All right? Now you have more Venezuelans coming over into Trinidad. Now Trinidad is so close to Venezuela, 7 miles away. Trinidad has always been home to Venezuelans and vice versa. Always. They help the exchange. Some exchanges are a little bit less favorable than others. But Trinidad has always been, you know, and it's an exchange point because of the closeness in proximity, right? Even that sister up in the sister in Canada, Sister Kaupa, her family is from Trinidad, but she is Asher. Her forefathers is from Venezuela. And that's just proof of how close and intertwined we are. You get me? So now you have an excellent opportunity now to fish Asher into the truth. You have an excellent opportunity now to defend Asher. Because why? Now there's the opportunity there is to do what? What does the seducing spirit tell you to do?
Like I said,
go ahead.
Condemn them and say that these people coming across here to take all these this and that and blah blah blah.
That's it. The seducing spirit would be like, these Venezuelans are illegal immigrants. Coming over here, watch and see, they're going to start blaming them for crime.
Oh, God.
They're going to start saying they're putting a strain on society. Because why? Now you have to account for them. Rowley said they're going to give them what? Special ID cards.
Oh,
some Venezuelans who live in Trinidad now want proper schooling for their children. When the was kind of separate, used to have certain schools that was for Venezuelans. Now they want full integration into it. You get me? So now, while the American spirit is going to be on Trinidad, you brothers, you have an excellent opportunity to fish. Like crazy. You're gonna fish Israel in Trinidad, and you're gonna fish Israel from Asher. You're gonna join the stick together. You're gonna join us tight. You understand? An opportunity, because of course the white man is now going to use Asher against Israel. He's going to pit Asher against Israel. He's gonna create a situation where brothers and sisters in Trinidad will join the Indians and blame Asher, and then Asher will start blaming Israel. Just like he did with Judah and Issachar. Yes, watch for it. It's coming. How do I know it's coming? Lo and behold. Now listen, since you about, the size of that child in the back room, you've all heard stories of Trinidad fishermen being taken by Venezuelan Coast Guard. You've all heard stories about, brothers getting handcuffed on the beach and the tide coming up and all that, all them, stories. And same thing here, how Trinidad Coast Guard would take Venezuelan fishermen, destroy the pirogue, throw the fish back, send them in swimming back or some nonsense. When in history has those stories made the front page? I'm gonna give you all a minute. Let's just go back in your history. And I'm trying to remember, when has it ever made the front page?
No time, sir.
I can't really remember. It probably did happen, because I know the fishermen always complain about wanting protection, but it never made front page news until when? Go ahead.
Until Trump wanted the oil and gold.
Until last week, Wednesday. On the front page of Trinidad newspaper said, Venezuelans kidnapped 4 Trinidad nationals and they want 200,000 US.
How convenient.
And listen, they ain't kidnapped no Israelites. You know why?
Like I said,
niggas are not valuable in a ransom.
That's right.
Niggas are cheap. You get me? Ain't nobody kidnapping a nigga for a ransom. Shit. You can get $5 for a nigga. Ain't nobody shit. You could imagine they had kidnapped 4 brothers. You know what East Indians would say? Y'all could keep them. That's 4 less good boys on the streets of Trinidad. 4 less robbers, 4 less thieves, 4 less drug dealers. Y'all keep them. We don't want them. But they kidnap quote unquote 4 East Indians. And I heard the ransom call going around on that WhatsApp. All the voices are Trinidadian voices. Now, I'm not in the room. I ain't there. I ain't so sure they even in Venezuela. Them niggas, them East Indians somewhere in Presal or, they somewhere sit down in a room. I don't believe they anywhere in Venezuela. And if they are, that should have nothing to do with fishing. It has to do with some cocaine. Any point? Why is it on the front page? because now this is now to ramp up the whole vibe, the seducing spirit of we have to do something about Venezuela. They can't feed their people. Maduro is a dictator that's stealing all the money. And look what they're doing to neighboring countries, kidnapping everybody. America, we need your help. Come and invade. You get the point? It's all pretense. Of course, Trinidad is strategically placed close to Venezuela, just like what? Colombia and Chile and all of that. All right? So now, let me, hold on. Let's see what Rowley had to say. Now, what did Rowley say? What did Rowley say concerning Venezuela?
Like I said, just paraphrasing what he said is that he's basically holding a neutral stance when it comes to the Venezuelan government, and in terms of picking a side, he wouldn't do that because you know that because of the relationship that they have with Venezuela, basically.
Right. 2 years ago in 2016, 2 or 3 years ago, the government of Trinidad and Tobago under Rowley signed a gas agreement with Venezuela. And within that agreement, they also vowed to strengthen relations between Trinidad and Venezuela, where they would see to the mutual cordial return of each other's nationals who are detained, meaning brothers from Trinidad who went to Venezuela and went to jail, and brothers from Venezuela who in Trinidad are ancestors who went to jail, right? They would try to, get the people back to the land and, work out pardons and work out a trade deal for goods and services, as well as being each other's allies in the energy sector, right? With CARICOM, which is the Caribbean Community, and the Organization of American States, they all have an agreement that if there's any problems with one territory's government, they would not intervene in another country's political affairs. That's an agreement and an understanding they have. Rowley came out and said, the Trinidad and Tobago government recognizes Maduro. He's the rightful president. We're not getting involved.
Right.
Last week, Thursday morning, the U.S. ambassador to Trinidad and Tobago called Rowley aside, this is on the news, and told him, nigga, pick a side. Either you're with us or you're not with us. He told him, you need to come out and publicly denounce Maduro.
Right.
Now, of course, Rowley is a politician. He playing around, but he's not going to renounce Maduro.
Right.
The Trinidad and Tobago opposition, Kamla Persad-Bissessar, is the leader of the opposition party. She's the leader of every East Indian in Trinidad. She came out and said, we renounce Maduro. We recognize Guaido. Why?
Like I said,
say that.
Like I said,
go ahead.
For two reasons, sir. One, for the interest of her cohorts and the American interest, the amount of money that they have laid up with their partners. And the second reason, to make it look like Rowley doesn't care for the safety of Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay, I wouldn't say two.
Okay.
I wouldn't say two at all.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yes, so like I said, I will just put it in one word, sir. Just power. Just to put yourself back in a place of power.
Explain. Explain. Give me a little explanation on it.
Yes, so like I said, so by doing that and siding with the so-called white man, she's strategically putting herself in position to get the help of America to put she back on top.
You're right. You're absolutely right. You sound like a man who's passed this test too. What's going on down there? What's going on down there? All right. What Trooper McCarr said is absolutely right. It's an opportunistic strike by her because she knows the pressure is on Rowley. And listen, by no means am I for the PNM, which is Rowley's party, or for the UNC. This is just to give everybody a clear understanding of what's going on in the country in Trinidad, because of course this is the Trinidad class. And you know, the ramifications and the circumstances of what's going on in Venezuela as it would affect Trinidad, right? Just to give you another aspect of what's going on. All right, so this is what was said on behalf of Rowley, and then what's that woman name? Kamala. All right, everybody see it? All right, hold up.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley maintains Trinidad and Tobago will not get involved in Venezuela's political crisis. Dr. Rowley was answering a question today in the House of Representatives, which was posed to the Minister of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs. He was asked to indicate this country's response to the position adopted by President of the United States, Donald Trump.
Right, so of course he was asked to give a response as to what, you know, what Trump said, because Trump said the U.S. government does not recognize Maduro.
Is that Trinidad and Tobago is a full participant, which signed on to the CARICOM statement issued last night, where we reaffirm our country's position and CARICOM's position on the principles of acknowledgement of sovereignty of nations, and of course the inviolable condition of a nation.
Inviolable. If you listen to too much popcorn, Hakim. He stumbled that inviolable, like the gangster in him coming out. So he's saying, okay, if you all remember, when the news broke about what Maduro did, there was an emergency meeting with CARICOM, right, with the Caribbean community, which is all the Caribbean islands that sign up into that, on what they do as a region. And, you know, part of the agreement is, you know, sovereignty, meaning each island could run their own thing. Like, they're not going to be under another island. You get me? Each territory. And, of course, CARICOM has arrangements with the OAS, which is the Organization of American States, even in South America. And that's also part of it, where they're not going to go in and try to, you know, overlord over another country. If that country is going through something, they'll help facilitate solving the issue, but they're not going to go in and intervene to try to take over. All right? So that's what he's saying. There's a certain article. Let me pull it back.
Of course, the inviolable on the principles of acknowledgement of sovereignty.
Right, the principles of acknowledgement of sovereignty, which is a part of the agreement, right?
Of nations, and of course, the inviolable condition of the nation, as mentioned in the relevant article of the OAS and the United Nations, and as such we reaffirm our position of non-intervention and non-interference in the affairs of neighboring states.
Right, non-intervention and non-interference also means, of course, we're not going to invade with America, you dig? We're not going to support that. That's what he's saying. That we out of that. That's their business. They're going to solve their problem. We're going to honor our deal, right? And of course, you see he throw in United Nations there too, right? Because that same weekend, they flew to United Nations in, I think, in New York headquarters to work the whole thing out. All right, so let's see what Kamala says.
During Thursday's meeting, the CARICOM heads confirmed they will not interfere in the political affairs of Venezuela, but will seek the intervention of the United Nations to resolve the issue peacefully.
Right? They didn't say seek the intervention of America. They said seek the intervention of the United Nations because they know, Rowley and them know where this thing going. This thing going to bombs and bullets. You understand? So now this is what Kamala said.
They offered to facilitate dialogue as they believe the political crisis can only be resolved peacefully through meaningful dialogue and diplomacy.
Right, and of course, Trinidad offered Maduro and Guaido to come to Trinidad and offer them a neutral ground where they could work the differences out, you know, diplomatically. Right, Maduro said he was interested in it. Guaido, I'm not too sure about him, but they want this thing to be worked out peacefully. Why? Why they want it to be worked out peacefully?
Go
ahead.
Because they understand that as soon as possible, President Maduro, he understands that the quickest possible time he can get this thing ironed out is if he can get back to helping the country.
Oh, okay, well, this was Rowley saying he wanted this thing to work out peacefully.
Oh, so yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Because the amount of interest that both America and Venezuela have in Trinidad, it will severely affect Trinidad and Caribbean. So yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Economically and also economically.
So
right.
One of the main things is because Trinidad recently shut down its own oil refinery, which was supplying the country with oil. So Venezuela being now the next partner who we also have alliance with regards to the oil and gas is very necessary.
That's true. Bottom line is war is bad for business. War is bad for business with anything. War is just, unless you're making, guns and bullets. But whatever else you're making outside of that, if a war break out, it's bad for business. You understand? Now let's see what the opposition response was to Rowley. All right, hold on. I believe this is the video. I do believe so. Hold on.
Opposition leader Kamala Bissau says she supports interim president, Venezuelan president, that is, Juan Guaido. Speaking in the parliament this afternoon, Mrs. Bissau told the government benches days for a political crisis. She said the opposition condemns the military practices being carried out.
I say that we on this side are prepared to join.
Right, for those of you who don't know, this is the East Indian. Her name is Kamala Bissau. Just like that East Indian who come into the Senate in America here, Kamala Harris. They both East Indian. She's trying to front like she's a sister, but that is an Elamite you're looking at there in America. This is another one here. She's an East Indian. She's running the opposition, the other side. It's like how we had Democrats and Republican. It's a little bit different in European-run countries. Trinidad being a former colony, you have the opposition, and then you have the government. All right, the opposition is the one who will oppose the government on certain things to keep things in check. The problem is it's always been a black versus East Indian issue. So it's always been the opposition always opposes everything. So it'll be a stalemate. So people will get frustrated with the government and then vote the other one in. And that's the game since 1962. All right. So now this is what she's saying. Rowley said Maduro is in charge. That's who's there. We're not going to intervene. She said this.
With the Venezuelan people and the free world in recognizing Juan Guaido as the interim president of Venezuela. Free elections, fair elections to be held with international observers. Yes,
right. He said we recognize Juan Guaido as the president, and that's that. What did Rowley say about that? Who knows? I'm going to tell you this for time's sake. Rowley, she's a traitor. Right? He uttered that in Parliament, I think yesterday. Not yesterday. Thursday or Friday gone. He said she's a traitor. And they asked him to apologize and withdraw his statement. And she is a goddamn traitor. You know why? They all have an agreement to not get involved in other people's governmental affairs. What MacArthur is right. She is seeking an opportunity to gain the favor of America, knowing that America is going to go into Venezuela and try to overthrow Maduro, just like they did Yasser Arafat in Palestine. They went in there with a tank and removed him from power. You understand? Just like they tried to do Assad, just like they did Gaddafi. Not supporting any one of them, but I'm just showing you the pattern. She knows that what America is going to do to Venezuela if Maduro don't back down. And she is saying no, she is on the side of Donald Trump because she really is in Guaido's position. She is the leader of the opposition, just like Juan Guaido. And Rowley is the leader of the country, just like Maduro. And if America is going to oust Maduro and put Guaido in power, she is hoping and positioning herself just like a good prostitute for America to oust Rowley and put her in power. The game they play. You can't.
It's like yes, sir. She commented on the mindset of you know, you buy the hand that feed you, so they know that there will be a price to pay for denying America or going against them.
But the issue with that is the hand that feeding him is Maduro. You understand? That's the hand that's feeding him. All right? That's the hand that's feeding him. There's a whole video, you could go look for it, where Raul and Maduro sit down and shake hands and make a deal. Long story short, let this thing blow up into the Third World War. Right? Let Maduro go get his money, feed his people, let the people rise up and support him. Because listen, you can't blame the people if some of them is against him, they're hungry. You understand? The masses, if they're hungry, they're gonna turn. Let him go get his money, feed his people. Let them turn and support him along with the military. Let America go in there and get the full tail washed. And then now let's have a war between America and Russia and China. And let Christ come back quickly so we can have them all as slaves. I pray this thing happens. I wake up every day. I've been excited like this for a minute, brother. I wake up every day and try to see what the hell is going on with Venezuela just because of the international reaction. You understand? Putin is flying planes over there. United Arab Emirates agreed to buy his gold. And listen, Maduro done call the queen and tell her, I want my $1.2 billion back. What's up? Right now, right now he in Caracas playing Rihanna. Bitch, better have my money. He in there, he wants his damn money, man. And listen, London does not want to give it back to him. That should tell you something about Brexit. Because now they don't. Okay, the Theresa May, just in case you don't understand, they want to leave the European Union to be on their own. The reason why they want to do it so boldly is because they have other countries' money in London. And if it wasn't for this conflict, we'd have never known that the Queen have $1.2 billion worth of gold from Maduro. You understand? Running that little island. Listen, England is a small, Britain is a small island now. It's an island, brother. 2 hours in any direction and you in the water. You understand? $1.2 billion from one country. That's a lot of money. Plus your own money, plus everybody else you're stealing money from. Let this thing blow up, man. This is no different than drug dealers beefing over turf. And it always ends in gunshots. All right. It always ends in gunshots. Now, if for some reason, per adventure, the Lord don't let it go there, we got more time to fish. Galwan, this week, remind me to get you some Spanish flyers, brother. And anybody looking like SA, I don't care where, you stop him and put that flyer in his hand, brother. And point to the number. I'm put Ashaparium number on that. We're going to get Asha up in here and get the real lowdown on what's going on in the streets of Venezuela. You understand? With that, pass the class over to who's the guard tonight? The priest and Officer Makoyak. You are back. Really, give me the announcement.
Security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K.
Hold up, Slack, yeah. I almost forgot. All right, Galawan, let me see. I got some names here, boy. You want these names next week?
Right?
Yeah. Right now, sir.
Galawan, I think, wait till next week, Ark?
Anything.
Galawan is like, Salakia, I in a room with these niggas here. They're gonna rip me limb from limb if I say next week. All right, hold on. Get the oil. Get me up front, Officer Galawan, Officer Suwapiala. All right. First up. So first we had Sawap, man, you know, break through the wall. Then we had Officer Makoyak. Who we got next, Galawan? We have Galawan. Who we have next?
Maka Kobal.
Hey, come on now, come on now. I ain't got enough oil. Just bathe in the oil. Yeah, empty the whole bottle on his head. Make it come down his beard like on Aaron's beard. Put some more. Put some more. More. Don't worry about it. We'll get more. Yeah, yes. Who's next?
I guess Rock.
I believe it's Mount. AKA the Mount. Let's carry him outside and just throw him in the whole oil. Take that oil and dump his foot. That's it?
Last.
Wait, hold on. No, you ain't gonna anoint everybody in Trinidad tonight. What the hell is your Who's next?
I guess Mike Qua.
Oh yeah. Like what? Garrison. Go ahead, Listen, make sure that oil all over that frill. You see how he comes tonight with the cushion? That thing get down in there. Don't worry about it. We'll get more oil. We done?
Last.
What's that, guys?
They paying you or something?
Yakas.
Wait, you think okay, I'm an officer right now? Empty the whole bottle now, man, head. Empty, but put some more. Put some more. Put more. Put more. Go ahead. Yes. Yes. Let it run down like on Aaron's bed. Most high Christ, man. Most high Christ. All right. Hold on. I think I got to pray here. Hold on 1 second. We do the prayer and then we'll wrap. We'll close off. All right. All right. All right. All right. Just myself, Officer Galawan, and SWAP gonna say the prayer. All right. All right. You could put the camera on the four brothers out.
Okay.
You'll line up in front. You could back the brothers. You'll back up a little bit so you're on the camera. All right. We'll go in order, the same thing, all right? The same order they came up, we'll go in that order, all right, Galawan?
Okay.
All right, you ready? Yabaraka Yahweh.
Yabaraka Yahweh.
Wayashamarka.
Wayashamarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Panyawa.
Panyawa.
Alyaka.
Alyaka.
Wayakanka.
Wayakanka.
Yeshua Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Panyawa.
Panyawa.
Alyaka.
Alyaka.
Wayashamlaka.
Wayashamlaka.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bahasham.
Bahasham.
Yahweh Shai.
Barak.
Rapah.
Rapah.
Magan.
Makakabal.
Next man.
Tazawo. Maikwa.
Next man.
Yakar.
Bahasham Yahweh Shai. All right, what we just said was, Yahweh bless thee and keep thee. Yahweh make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Yahweh lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, bless, heal, shield, and protect all the brothers we just named. In the name of Yahweh Shai, Tawada and Amen. Brothers are officers of 50 in the Israelite school that you come here, Shala! Come here, Shala! Come here, Shala! All right, Akim, congratulations, Ak. Good work, good work, good work, good work, good work, Akim.